Hey guys, Objector here, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 in-depth weapon review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Razorback SMG. This gun is an SMG assault rifle hybrid in Black Ops 3, a lot like the Peacemaker was in Black Ops 2. And if you haven't noticed or haven't ran the Razorback yet, the dev even put in a little nod to the Peacemaker on this weapon. If you look close at the sling on the Razorback, you can see Peace is written on there. And I thought that was a pretty cool nod to the Peacemaker, and while a lot of people didn't like the Peacemaker, the Razorback is a pretty popular SMG in Black Ops 3, so let's try and find out why that is. So first of all, the Razorback will do 30 damage up close before dropping off to 23 and 19. This is pretty average for SMGs. We've been seeing this damage profile a lot in Black Ops 3, and the Peacemaker Razorback, doesn't have anything too special going on here. This means it will be between 4 and 6 shots to kill, usually 4 because of its unique range profile. And the 4-shot kill range is 23 meters, and as you can see, this is close to most SMG's 5-shot kill range, and the 5-shot kill range is actually 76 meters. And I didn't include a range for that because it's actually really hard to find a place to measure this out 76 meters, and I seriously doubt any of you guys will be engaging targets beyond 76 meters, so it's basically going to be a 4 or 5 shot kill. The headshot multiplier is 1.1 times, and just like all the other weapons we've reviewed so far, that means it's useful after that first damage drop at 23 meters. It will reduce your shots to kill by 1 shot, and the Razorback is a slower firing SMG and has pretty manageable recoil, so I would highly recommend going for headshots at those longer ranges to help decrease your time to kill. As you can see from this graph, the Razorback, or the green line here, has some of the statistically slowest time to kills in the game for SMGs at all ranges. But what makes up for this is its accuracy at long ranges, allowing it to have a faster practical time to kill than the other SMGs. Its rate of fire is 625 rounds per minute, and this is very, very slow. It's actually slower than most of the assault rifles in Black Ops 3, and this is what gives it such a slow time to kill overall. Especially up close, you're definitely going to notice it, and you're going to be losing against just about every other SMG up close. But because of the slow rate of fire and slow recoil, it's going to beat out the other SMGs, and it's competitive with the assault rifles at range. While the hard numbers still put it as a slow time to kill, in practice it's very strong at range, and I'm going to recommend you use it more like an assault rifle from previous Call of Duty games and control your engagements as much as you can. The magazine is 30 rounds, nothing special here, but because of the slow rate of fire and a very quick reload at 1.8 seconds, which is very fast and actually tied with the CUDA for fastest reload time in class, I don't find 30 rounds to be too problemsome, and I didn't find extended mags or fast mags to be super useful. Especially if you can control your distancing, it shouldn't be a problem. The iron sights on the Razorback again are very similar to the Peacekeeper, with a big circle back sight and the 3-pronged front sight. I found them very obstructive and blocking a lot of the screen, and the ranges I wanted to use the Razorback at, I preferred having a red dot or some other optical attachments here. Now we'll move on to the recoil test, and this is what makes the Razorback competitive. It has super low recoil, and the grip will make it practically a laser, but not overly necessary and not too difficult to control even without the grip. The hip fire is average for SMGs, but if you're in a situation where you're using the Razorback as a hip fire gun, you're probably going to lose that firefight unless you get incredibly lucky and your opponent is unaware or misses a lot of his shots. The aim down sights is 200 milliseconds, which again is average for SMGs, and I know I recommend the quick draw grip on a lot of my weapons, but if I could only recommend it on one, it would have to be this one. This and the Pharaoh are the two SMGs that I always run quick draw on, because there are two SMGs that are highly reliant on you getting your shots on target quickly, and the ones you'll be aiming down sights with the most. So now that we have the numbers out of the way, what do I think of the Razorback, and what attachments and setups would I recommend? I know I've said some bad things about the Razorback in this episode, especially regarding the time to kill, but I don't want you to think the Razorback is a bad gun and you shouldn't pick it up. That's not what I'm trying to get at here. I actually really like the Peacemaker and Black Ops 2 because I had a good feel for controlling the engagement range. If you can do the same with the Razorback, it will perform well for you. A lot of competitive players are using this for the longer range engagements when they don't want to use the assault rifles, and the Razorback is very good and very strong at range and just not so much up close. So try and avoid those up close engagements because you are going to lose out. This is not a good gun up close, but at range, the easy to control recoil is going to make it very manageable for a lot of players and is a good overall choice at range. And the thing I like the most about the Razorback is it's a very consistent feeling SMG and gun overall. I can trust it to either be a 4 or 5 shot kill depending on the range, and the low recoil and slow rate of fire allows me to better predict when I'm going to get the kill and stop firing sooner than most weapons, and overall it just has a consistent feel, and a consistent time to kill. Now as for my recommended class setups, I would definitely recommend an optic of some kind. I like the red dot or elo sights, but whatever you want to go with, it's definitely a good choice to use that on. I like the quick draw grip, as I'm going to be wanting to aim down sights as much as I can with the Razorback, and quick draw lets me do that and get shots on target more quickly. And the stock isn't a bad option if you like to strafe. If you like to pre-aim and come around corners or strafe around windows like you see me doing in this gameplay, stock will definitely help you out with this. And that's all for this video, guys. If you haven't seen my previous video on the Pharaoh, click the link on the screen now. If you like the video and want to stay up to date on all my weapon reviews, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Objector, signing off.